Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Janelle. Welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. So as you can see by the title, you guys already know what this video is going to be about. And going from the title and going from the last time I was on YouTube, it's been a while. It's been about 2 months, and originally the reason why I wasn't on here was because I was expecting, and at the time it was just so much going on. I wasn't feeling well. I wanted to give YouTube a break. Unfortunately, my pregnancy ended in a miscarriage at 8 weeks and 3 days, and now I'm just in the process of healing. Now I'm back to being on YouTube. One of my goals for the new year is to be more consistent with my channel. So just starting off and getting back into the groove of picking up the camera, the first video I wanted to share is our miscarriage. It's a lot emotionally to really share, but I feel like I have to because of the journey, because of what I've shared so far. I just can't go about doing everything else when I'm holding this back. If you are new here, just to give a brief history, my husband and I, we started TTC September of 2020. However, throughout that year, I've gotten diagnosed with PCOS. I got diagnosed with a septate uterus. Before, my doctors were between bicoordinate or septate uterus. I did an MRI and that confirmed septate uterus, and also supposedly I did a HSG procedure and they found that the dye only went to the right side. So according to that, my left side is blocked. Fast forward to September of 2021, that made our 1 year mark of TTC. However, we got pregnant the very next month. So October 24th, on my husband's birthday, we found out we were pregnant, and it was just such a shocking moment because I sneaked in the bathroom with a pregnancy test. I didn't grab the camera because I was like, it's not gonna be nothing on there. But the moment that I didn't grab the camera, something showed up, and I took the test and I put it down on the tub railing, and I just remembered glancing at it and seeing the littlest faintest line. Now I quickly picked up the test, and you know us, we're gonna hold it in the light. I saw a line, and when I saw it, you guys, all I remember was calling my husband like, Bobby, get in the bathroom now. And he came in the bathroom. I showed him the test. He said he ain't see nothing, or if he sees something, he's not sure. So I'm like, no, there's something there, look. However, he was not convinced at all. So I had to go to Walmart and I grabbed a clear blue digital test. I grabbed another clear blue D-Cross, the plus, and I believe I grabbed a first signal. So I took all of those tests, but the main test he wanted to see was the digital one. I also had my mother on the phone on video call with me while I was taking tests, because I was just so in shock, like I had to say something. I took the test, like I said, and we're there waiting. You know how the digital it takes forever. When it got to the last blinky thing, we saw pregnant. And I remember looking at him and he was just smiling. We didn't tell the general public yet, because at that time I was so early on, and later in the pregnancy we still didn't say anything because I was having complications. So about 2 or 3 days after I found out that I was pregnant, I ended up in the emergency room. I was cramping so bad. It was just sharp cramps, and this is all new to me. I don't know what to expect. When we went there, turned out baby was okay. I guess it was just that I was having bad implantation cramps. November 10th was our first confirmation visit. That's my OB confirming my pregnancy. We talked about a few more things like my history, all those first confirmation visit details. So everything checked out. Pregnancy test came back positive. We're good there. After that visit, my next visit was my ultrasound, and my ultrasound was on November 24th, and this was when everything went downhill. I didn't know that they do the inserted ultrasound, the transvaginal ultrasound, so early in the pregnancy, but I didn't even know. But based on what happened in the last pregnancy, my next pregnancy, I'm going to decline that because I just have anxiety when it comes on to that inserted one. It felt uncomfortable, but when she had the control of it, it was even worse. Like, I was tensing up a lot because she kept poking, and it just felt uncomfortable. But as soon as she put it up there, the baby popped up, and I saw the little heartbeat flickering, and I just remember looking over to my husband. I was like, Bobby, look, there's the baby, there's the heartbeat. Baby was measuring 6 weeks 5 days, so almost 7 weeks pregnant. So after that, you guys, after that appointment, when I came home, you guys, I stayed downstairs. I never came upstairs. I just stayed downstairs and I laid down in the couch. And I was just texting our family, letting them see the picture, you know, and I remember I dozed off. When I got up, I felt this tiny teeny bit of little gush. So I quickly went to the bathroom, you guys, and when I pulled down my clothes, my pants, I remember looking at my underwear and I was like, why this looks like this? So I touched my underwear, and when I looked at my hand, it was just blood. And right after that, blood was just running down my legs. Blood was on my hand, blood was on the floor, my pants had blood on it, and I just remembered, oh my god, no, this can't be happening. I can't be losing the baby. I just thought a baby. This can't be happening. And I just remembered crying, and I called my mom, I called my husband. I was like, you guys need to come here. My husband was too far away, so he met me at the emergency room, and my mom came for me. We went to the emergency room. When we got checked in, they brought me to a room. I remember they gave me some pads and those little mesh underwear, because my underwear was soaked. My husband had to throw it away. At that point, I just felt like the baby was gone, honestly. When I went to the ultrasound room, and for some reason, you know, in the hospital, they don't let you see the ultrasound tech. They don't let you see it, and they don't tell you nothing. They just always say, oh, the doctor's gonna say. However, when I went to the ultrasound room, I could see the screen. The lady then turned away from me. When she put the ultrasound thing on my belly, I saw the baby, and the first thing I saw was the heartbeat flickering. So I honestly felt a lot more calmer, but I was still worried, like, why am I bleeding so much? After the ultrasound, I went back to the emergency room, and they basically told me it could be a subchorionic hematoma, so a hemorrhage. They confirmed the baby was okay. The baby had a heartbeat still of 155 beats per minute, and everything baby wise was okay. However, they did tell me I have to be on bed rest. On November 29th, I went back for another ultrasound, but this was at a place that I found over by the Millennium area. If you're familiar with the Orlando Millennium area, the baby was measuring 7 weeks 3 days, and the heartbeat was 175. On December 10th, I had my first prenatal visit, and this is the visit with the OB. She goes, you know, check up on you, how's the baby doing, how you're feeling. Going by my last period, my due date would have been July 3rd, but going by the baby's measurement, the due date went to July 15th. December 12th, I started feeling on and off cramping. I wasn't spotted, no, it was just on and off cramping in my lower back. I believe in the night I started seeing blood, bright red blood, and I believe I had texted my friend Claudina, because I had passed this little snot looking gooey thing, and at the time I didn't know like what it is, so I googled it. Google said something about mucus plug, so I texted her and I asked her, was this how your mucus plug looked? But at the time she said she didn't remember. But going by the Google pictures and comparing it to mine, it looked like the mucus plug. The next day is when everything really went downhill. December 13th, I was at work, and in the night, bright red blood. However, at this time I had to put on a pad, and I was passing more of the mucus thing. And about that time, I had like an hour left for my shift. I started feeling more bleeding coming down, and I remember I texted my husband. I'm like, I think I have to go to the emergency room tonight. So I got checked in. Finally, they had a room for me. The ER doctor, she came in, and I started, you know, telling her what's been going on. And then she was like, okay. But when I showed her the picture of the mucus plug, she's like, we got to get you to the ultrasound. But before that, they did drew blood from me. On my way to the ultrasound room, you guys, I remember holding on to my belly. I remember just rubbing my belly and just saying, pull through, like, make sure you're there, just stay with me. This time around in the ultrasound room, I couldn't see anything. The lady had pulled the screen to her, and it was just silence. Like, I didn't have nothing to say. She didn't ask me any questions. When it was time for her to check the baby heartbeat, they don't let you hear it, but they let you hold your breath. In the early stage, they let you hold your breath, and then they measure the baby heartbeat. And I remember when she let me do it the first time, when she said, okay, breathe, she's like, hold on, we gotta do it again. And when I heard that, I kind of figured, okay, this doesn't sound good. Anyway, did the ultrasound, you guys, went back to the room. For the blood work, I do have my Advent Health app where I get my insurance through. It showed that I have a new lab results available, and I was just so scared to open the results because it's either my HCG should be rising, or if miscarriage is happening, it's gonna fall. And the last time the last time when I did a beta was November 24th, and my beta was 58,000 and some numbers. This time on December 13th, my beta went all the way down to 21,000 from 58,000. And when I saw that, I remember texting my husband and telling him we lost the baby. My levels went down. Right after I saw the result, the doctor came in. And all this time, y'all, my husband wasn't with me yet. He didn't arrive yet. But I was keeping him posted on the phone. And she came in, and it was just her alone. You guys know doctors, they walk with a whole crowd behind them. But she came in by herself, and I remembered her closing the door and coming beside me, and she held on to, she like rubbed my leg, you know how, like, comfort, and she just said, I'm so sorry, there's no heartbeat, and also your numbers went down. And when she said that, my husband walked in. After she told me no heartbeat, I don't remember anything else. I did snap in, and I remembered her telling my husband, you know, she's sorry for our loss. But right after that, I just went blank. I didn't cry in the emergency room. I was just staring at her. We got discharged, you guys, and at this time it was like 12 in the morning, and we drove home, and the ride in the car was just silent. It was silent for a bit, and then when we got closer to home, I just started feeling the pain. Like, the pain was hitting me. Like, it was like, here, take this. You know, it was just so painful. We entered the house, and the first place I went to was the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, and I pulled my clothes down, and I remembered a clot falling out. And right after that clot fell out, my body was in labor. I felt my body pushing, and I was holding it back. Like, I felt this little thing come in, and I remember wrapping my hand with some toilet paper real quick and putting it under, like, between my legs. And then I just felt this little slippery thing fell out. When I took back out my hand, there goes the baby on the toilet paper. Seeing the baby, you guys, it really hit me so hard. And I just remembered crying and calling out to my husband. I remembered him coming by the bathroom, and I believe he took it from me, or if he didn't take it from me, I know he saw it. And I just saw my husband walk out the door. I just told him, call my mom. When she entered the bathroom, I just cried. I just remembered saying, the baby is gone. Also, in that moment, I was feeling a lot of pain, because now that the baby is out, all these blood and the afterbirth and everything was just coming out, and it was just so painful. It's really painful. So I passed the 8-week baby, and it's that painful. I can't imagine what a woman who passed a full-term baby, a 9-month baby, goes through. My mom asking me, what do I want to do with it? If I want to flush it. If I want to flush it, like me. And I said, I can't do it. So I remembered her asking if I took a picture of the baby, and I told her no. And I remembered her taking the pictures for me, and right after that I looked at the baby, and then when she was flushing it, I looked away, because I mean, there's nothing we can do with it. It's just heartbreaking, because why I had to lose my baby, why I had to go through this, what went wrong. There was a night I remember I felt so much pain too. I remembered walking back and forth in the room and just holding on my stomach and saying, okay, I can't take this no more, I can't take this no more. My husband stayed up with me because I was feeling so much pain, and I just remembered him holding on to me and the two of us just hugging, because the two of us are in, though I'm feeling all these pain and the trauma, my husband is in this too. And I just remembered us going to bed and just holding on to each other. So I did create a memory box with the baby stuff, just to have as keepsakes. I have little one's memory box. I also picked up this little teddy bear that I bought at Ross. I actually took this up because it came with a little blanket that says little blessing, but I didn't realize until we got home that the teddy bear has wings. In the memory box, it has I believe I had some diapers around, so I took one of the diapers. I have a pineapple. This is actually a bag tag, like if you're traveling, and I had a pineapple one and I took it off and I put it inside. I have this little onesie. It says, we've been keeping a little secret. This was the onesie that we were going to use as our announcement, but I have that. I'm gonna leave the ultrasound pictures for last, but here's my pregnancy test from when I found out. I also have some more tests in here. These are not all the tests that I've taken for this pregnancy, but these two I just hold on to. First ultrasound picture is from when I went to my OB office, and here's little one. And then I think right there she put fetal pole and the yolk sac, and that baby was measuring 6 weeks 5 days here. I went to the other place. I got more a lot more images. This was one of them, and on here she wrote, I, mom and dad. Just to wrap this video up, now I'm going to include some little snippets, some little more memories of our baby, and then I'm going to close this video off. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I know it's pretty long, but I just wanted to tell my story. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in another video.
That's a big vibe, baby.